Alright, welcome back to Metal Heroes Review, episode 112. We're here reviewing episodes 30 to 32 of the series. And when I had finished, with these episodes in particular, I'm finishing on break from Jiban. And yeah, this is what I'm choosing to my break with this series. But what happens in these episodes? So in episode 30, this one in particular basically involves, it involves this kid and his father, where apparently they're dancers and they dance together, not like basically like tango, but more like like his play stuff they do. Their father and son, obviously. The son occasionally dresses up as a woman with a fan. Yeah. Everything we're looking at. Don't worry about that. So, yeah, it also involves basically like a monster cell, another one of these things. First time it's been brought up in a while that has been these monster cells. And this particular monster was going to go to a kabuki-themed monster. And they also have explosives later on in the story. And apparently the father has a history of like disappearing, like 3 years, 5 years. And the son explains the reason why for disappearances was so he could learn new dance moves. Yeah, that's it. And yeah, Kira's in the episode, but he doesn't do anything. He appears for like one scene and that's it. Yoko, of course, gets involved with some of the stuff in these episodes, but she doesn't do a lot, per se. In the case of this one, she actually, her biggest contribution to episode 30 is that she defuses a bomb. Yeah. But really interesting episode 31 is the main reason why I stuck around past episode 30. It's because we had the return of Mambu from the previous series, Jiraiya. This episode was supposed to be a crossover between Jiraiya and this one. But for some reason, they only brought in the younger brother, not Jiraiya himself. My guess is the actor must have been busy, so tap the younger brother. They could have just brought the sister too. Nope, just him. Nobody else. Also, even though it's been a year since the previous series, now those are probably thinking about this actor who plays his character. By the way, the episode is called Midsummer's Night Ninja Battle. Now, is it the same actor? Oh yes, it's the same exact actor. Which I found it to be interesting, the fact that it's the same actor. Even though it's been a year, he barely had growth spurt. And his voice changed too. Well, he's no longer like a little kid. Doesn't sound like one. And appearance-wise, get this. So, this actor would later play the character of Boy from Zoo Ranger just a few years later. Oh yeah, just 3 years after this, he would play this actual character. And the way he performs in this episode, it's like, the way his voice sounds, it's like very much basically like the way he did in Zoo Ranger, even though it's only been 1 year since his last appearance. Oh yeah, that's the weird thing related to this. Excuse me. Because, let's point out though, the final episode of Jiraiya aired on January 22nd, 1989. And this episode aired in August of 1989. 6 months later. Actually, 7 months later. Yeah, it's only been 7 months, and the kid grew in 7 months. He's been taller, he's been the height he was in Zoo Ranger, his voice is different too. Like, he does look different, but yeah, it's the same actor. So, the whole thing of this one is basically involved the Shinobi monster, where he's brainwashing officials to do really weird things. Like, brainwashing chief detectives to tell the male detectives to all wear the female police uniforms. Yeah, put him in a mental hospital is probably a smart idea, because that's a really stupid idea. Oh yeah, and get this. They're going to brainwash basically a jurist. Yes, a jurist. Even though he does not have the authority to do this at all. But apparently in Japan, apparently it's kind of like this. So basically they convince this guy to abolish locks, freeing all the prisoners across Japan. But don't worry, it's foiled by Mabu. And of course he gets, Jiban gets involved, and also his classmate appears in the episode. She ends up revealing at the end of the episode, after basically he saves her father, that she likes him. And Yoko and Nato are very supportive about this. Yes. But I found this episode interesting, and sadly put that will last time see Mambu, but not his actor. Oh no. Like I said, 3 years later he plays Boy in Zoo Ranger. Yes, 3 years later. Actually, we're like 2.5 years later, mind you. Yes. But great to see the guy again. As for the last episode, this one debuted the 5th article about manipulating hearts. Now, the mysterious woman who appeared in the previous 2 episodes, she isn't doing anything this one. No. This whole thing is like, oh, we have this mysterious woman. Not the one from space. No, not that one. This is a completely different one. Where, actually, she appears briefly in the episode, but then they run into the woman who they named Pearl. Where she just randomly created in what appears to be the waste disposal factory. Yes. I'm like, how did this weird space person basically do this? No idea. So this person just escapes, and later on, of course, like... Oh, by the way, I also forgot to mention here, the last few episodes, the actors playing Dr. Giba has not made an appearance. It's like they're trying to phase him out due to the fact the actor's been... I think I heard something he was getting in trouble for being on a tokusatsu series in 1989. Yeah. As for why they're... Well, on screen, it's like, oh, we show off his monster form. Partially, anyways, but this first time I've seen it. But apparently made his debut in the movie, which I haven't seen yet. But... Yeah, and the whole thing is... And by the way, this is actually the first time the monster's defeated. Not by Jiban's sword, but by his... Well, his basically his jetpack. Excuse me, but really good 3 episodes. Loved every one of them. Yep. So, yeah, that's pretty much that particular video. Please be sure to like, comment. Oh, by the way. Oh, before I'm in here, the whole thing with the third one. Why we're violent after the 2 dancers? Because the father got infected with a monster cell. Yep, and the whole thing is trying to get things back. But apparently if Jiban removed it, he would die. Excuse me. So he created a cure in order to get the thing out of the system. Which, when you get the cure, it's administered to him off screen. Yeah. But I had to mention it here. So that's pretty much it for a particular video. Please be sure to comment, subscribe, turn notifications. Next up, I've been killing science for many years, and I'm maxing my level. Yep. And got 2 more anime after that, and both of them uploaded. Okay, next video. Bye.